Hello, I'm Mike Forster, and I'm delighted to welcome you to the New Americas organization at Prime. We're kicking off a brand new year in the Americas, and we've got a brand new team. A team of proven professionals that, like this collection of classic sports cars at the Museum of Transportation in Boston, has been built to uncompromising standards with high performance in mind. I'm especially delighted to have this opportunity to introduce myself to those of you who formerly worked in our computer vision and customer service organizations, and our newest Prime people from Kalma and Ville Lights. I welcome your expertise, your professionalism, and your enthusiasm, and I look forward to meeting all of you in the weeks to come. Whatever our former associations, we're all part of a new team. It's now up to all of us, individually and collectively, to define what the Americas organization is, what it stands for, and what Prime can expect from us. That's quite a challenge, but it's also an incredible opportunity. I've talked to some of you already about our new organization, and I'm pleased that so many of you share my enthusiasm. For the first time ever, we've brought together all the resources we need to take care of our customers in the United States, Canada, and Latin America. One coordinated business unit with the tools at its disposal to win big in 1989. It's a business unit that combines both sales and service. This combination offers us some definite advantages. First, it will allow us to present one face to our customers. We'll also be able to share resources and critical skills at the branch and region levels to make better decisions and to make trade-offs much closer to the customer. Let me give you an example of what I mean. A marketing rep asked me recently how I was going to solve the remaining SIC code issues. I told him I'm not going to spend even a moment on this subject. I expect branch managers and RDs to resolve issues of this sort by doing what's best for the customer, with absolute integrity for that principle and that principle alone. There is no way I could know enough to make the right trade-offs, nor should I need to. You know, Ernest Hemingway defined courage as grace under pressure. And considering all the pressures and distractions we had to deal with in 1988, you showed remarkable courage in performing so well. But then, that's what it means to be the best, ignoring the odds and relying on your own drive and initiative to get the job done. You know as well as I do, winners don't make excuses, winners make things happen. When it comes to selling and supporting Prime products and services, you do make things happen, and you proved it with your performance under pressure in 1988. In the midst of all the change in our business last year were some outstanding individual performances. There was Don Helfiger's $12 million sale to Carrier for Prime Medusa. Paul Kopp in our Calgary office brought in $2.5 million, largely through sales to the depressed oil and gas industry in Alberta. And speaking of adversity, Fred Selby and his central region achieved an impressive 110% of their goal, despite a less than hospitable Texas economy. In San Diego, Greg Cush scored big with a multi-million-dollar CADS 4X deal to General Dynamics. And standing here, surrounded by all of this motor car memorabilia, I can't help but be reminded of the outstanding year Bernie Wessel and his team had in the Motor City region, generating tens of millions in revenue to Prime. The marketing reps tend to get the glory, but you and I know these wins don't happen without a highly skilled team of administrators, analysts, and CSRs backing them up. Just as races are won and lost in the pits, so are major decisions like these. In auto racing, you can take as long a pit stop as you want during the race, but you've got to make up that time later on the track if you expect to win. That's why we've got to be that much more focused, that much more aggressive, and that much more united if we expect to win in 1989. Now, when I say we need to be aggressive and focused, I don't mean only in signing new business. We need to bring that same level of intensive effort to satisfying our current customers. We've got as impressive and valued a customer list as anyone in our industry, and our first obligation is to keeping them happy and keeping them customers. Unfortunately, I've seen some recent customer survey data which shows a disturbing decline in our customer satisfaction rating. This must not, it cannot become a trend. Don't fool yourself into thinking that it's someone else's problem. Dick Schneider, Mel Friedman, and Bob Fisher are committed to licking quality issues with our products. You and I must address our own. As our business evolves, more and more of our revenue will come from the value we add to the products we sell through support, consulting, and systems integration. So even more of the responsibility for customer satisfaction is going to reside with us. Let's talk about the Americas organization for a moment. First, it's leaner. One whole layer of management is gone. Our regions are bigger and more self-sufficient. Tom Palka and Phil Feinsott have the resources and the delegated authority to run their businesses as businesses. Jason Sylvia, Giuseppe Policani, and Gil Laidlaw have restructured customer service to be totally symmetrical with our sales regions. Ron Sampson's new sales operation function is critically important to us. I couldn't be more pleased to have Ron heading up this team. His field line management experience and his hard-driving personal style are just what we need to represent our interest at Prime Park. Ron and his staff will be focusing their attention on growing our resellers and application consultants into a stronger and more self-sufficient program, filling the gaps in our application portfolio and driving the new account EXL business. His new sales programs function will bring together telemarketing and a small group of marketeers to give us a hard-hitting, coordinated program to drive key business opportunities. Ron will make a significant investment in major accounts with a dedicated group of folks who will aid you in account planning and in getting those complex business deals done. He will be working closely with the major account support group and industry marketing to ensure that we take a totally coordinated approach with our most important customers. As I think about our new team, I can't help but be reminded of the legendary football coach Bear Bryant. Bear was asked one time to describe the perfect offensive line. He said, "I like to see them agile, mobile, and hostile." And I think that's what the Americas will be. Of course, we'll redefine hostile to mean aggressive and focused in our pursuit of the sale and in our absolute unwillingness to compromise on putting the customer first. I've made it clear what you can expect from this new management team, but what can you expect from me? Well, I intend to be visible and I intend to be involved. I plan to spend a large chunk of my time getting out into the field to meet with you and our customers. And I'm going to do whatever I can to help you meet your goals and get the job done. I believe we built a powerful machine here in the Americas, a machine that can burn up the track while showing strong endurance over the long haul. But the ultimate test comes on the racetrack, and the key to winning is teamwork. We are one team, one business unit, with one goal. You know, it's interesting. When you truly share common goals, you find that the individual differences that used to divide us don't seem to matter much. The only thing that matters is achieving our goals. That's what teamwork is, and that all-for-one spirit should extend beyond the Americas. In particular, we need to work closely with Bob Fisher's marketing organization. Bob and his group hold the keys to our effectiveness in the long term. Their job is not to help us make each month's objectives, but to ensure we've got the resources to go the distance. They'll be managing the strategic plans in business development and product and industry marketing, getting information and programs out to the field through the marketing services group, and working on a tactical basis to meld our tech support and customer education functions into a single, highly responsive support team. I couldn't be prouder of this group and the strong feelings I have about our partnership. When we work together, there is no limit to what we can do, and the rewards for the effort will be equally unlimited. I'm pleased to tell you that starting this year, we will be making our recognition events bigger and better than ever. I look forward to seeing you, and I think you've got a lot to look forward to in Fort Lauderdale or Laguna Niguel in a couple of months. and you can expect more of that same kind of quality next year. You know, when you look around at these exquisite machines, the 1952 Mercedes Cabriolet, the 1953 MGTD, the 1961 Alfa Romeo Spider, or this 1955 Alfa Romeo Oscar, you can't help but get a sense of their power, even when they're standing still. There's a beauty to them that comes not just from their sleek profiles, but from the artistry and care that was built into them. You can't help but get excited. I feel the same way about our new team. Our objectives for 1989 are clear. The Americas must establish itself as the #1 business unit in Prime. That means achieving all our goals: revenue, margins, expenses, and doing it with the right balance of products. The 50 Series still accounts for a majority of our revenue. To paraphrase Mark Twain, the reports of its death have been greatly exaggerated. We're committed to a rich menu of enhancements to that entire product line, and will absolutely ensure that our 23,000 customers worldwide have continued opportunities and good justification for growing their 50 Series investments. And don't forget the opportunities that Prime Information gives us. We're #1 in the world in PIC systems market share, and our PIC to Prime program is designed to keep us growing. We've also got the EXL, just coming into its own, but we must better leverage the multiple systems opportunity in our major accounts. There's a specific incentive in your 1989 comp plan that will reward you well, and I'm expecting each of you to give this strategically important product its proper focus. Then there are workstations, which represent a growing part of our business, whether driven by traditional CAD 4X applications, Prime Design, or our exciting new GIS offering, System 9. Balance is the key here. We're one company, and our future will depend on each of us feeling ownership for selling and supporting all of Prime's products. That's another way to show our all-for-one spirit. If we can do all that, we can begin to build a reputation for the Americas. The same kind of reputation for excellence and performance that Ford is demonstrating today. The kind of consistency in performance that a company like Porsche has had over the years. High achievers in all fields have a knack for making the most difficult things look easy. But you can be sure that beneath the chrome and the fancy paint job is an awful lot of just plain hard work. It's almost impossible to look at these cars and not get the urge to sit behind the wheel and put them to work. I sense the same attitude in the field about the new Americas business unit. We've put together an organization that I believe is unbeatable. Now it's our turn in the driver's seat. Let's get out on the course and see what this new machine of ours can do.